in Idaho, they have decided that the recent Russian move to clamp down not only on independent media, but specifically people distributing anything that portrays the LGBTQ community in a positive light. That's coming here to the US as well. Idaho's House has now passed a bill similar to the quote unquote gay propaganda law that allows librarians, teachers, bookstore owners, and students to be prosecuted for disseminating anything that portrays LGBTQ people in a positive light or even broaches the subject. It would remove an exemption that already exists for places like libraries, schools, museums, colleges, and universities. You know, the sorts of places where you're supposed to be able to learn things, at least up until recently. And so Representative Gayan de Mordaunt says, we are simply asking that those that are responsible for the materials in our libraries or in museums or the other places that are listed in this code are handled sensitively and responsibly. There needs to be more vigilance, period. When you combine this with the Stop Woke Act and the Don't Say Gay bill and the anti-CRT stuff, I'm really wondering what exactly is going to be occupying bookshelves in libraries and things like that. Jordan, what do you think?
It's chilling. This whole like coordinated effort to target and humiliate and antagonize and harass members of the LGBTQIA+ community across the country is just absolutely disgusting. I was at the Supreme Court in 2013 for the Windsor versus United States, the federal recognition of marriage case. My friends and I waited outside for days so we could get in to actually see the arguments. And then when the decision came down, and then the Obergefell decision came down, was at the court for all of those, and just like the energy there was just unbelievable. And it's something I'll never forget. And I in those moments I thought like, wow, we're really moving ahead as a society. Like we're really finally moving past this. And if I went back in time and told myself like, oh, in a few years they're going to be banning books about and banning the ability to even talk about these things in schools and in libraries, like I wouldn't believe you. I seriously thought that we were moving ahead collectively because it became like a lightning rod issue. People like Republicans didn't want to touch it, but there's been such a shift in how people's partisan politics has informed their behavior. There's a study conducted in 2018 in the journal Advances in Political Psychology that looked at political behavior over the past 30 years. And what they found was starting in the 90s, but really over the past several years, people are largely now motivated by hate for the other party. And that includes humiliating them, going after them, targeting them, harassing them, whatever. And that is just an effective political strategy now, which is truly disgusting.
Yeah. And I shared those thoughts. Hey, when like something like national legalization happens, maybe we're moving past this. But I don't know, maybe in a country where more and more people are getting progressive, those who are not get more and more desperate, and they need to use tactics like this to stay in power. And the thing is, it's not even like it's overwhelmingly popular on their side. Generally, polls of conservatives show that they're not as anti-abortion as their elected leaders. They're not as anti-trans as their elected leaders. They don't support these things, but they keep voting in people who do. And those who do in that group are giving huge amounts of money to the biggest whack jobs running on the right. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.